of Columbia College Silver. If you're picking LCU right now, listen, if you win, you're getting the whole entire house plus more. CS going up against LCU, coming at you right now.
Once again, Cosmic Flippy takes the field with Cam by his side, but his shoulders are going to need to carry a lot more weight this time around, as it's Samba joining him alongside Gusky. Can Columbia College take care of business against Lubbock Christian? We're about to find out.
Yeah, that big challenge here for probably the side of LCU. Columbia Silver, we know the names, we're familiar with them, but of course in a different style. Let's see how they look here. It's week 4 of league play, and we're already off.
At 2-8 Lubbock Christian team, the Chaparrals have had a rough go of it in the Western Conference. Columbia College bringing 2 teams into the league, and, well, both have been exceptional. This Cougar squad, 7-4 going into the penultimate week here, as Cosmic Flippy had that one blocked away by Process. We'll see if Lubbock can get downfield quickly enough. They cannot, as Cosmic Flippy brings it to the side, and more importantly, he's got the entire offense kind of chasing him around.
Yeah, but I am liking what I'm seeing from Cosmic Flippy, as that just goes over his head.
Tell me all about what you're seeing out of Cosmic Flippy here.
Listen,
here, what are you seeing?
Pretty good, except this one he just lets sail right over his head. Does a double jump off the shot from Schmack, goes sailing over him. He did have some good cuts of rotation. Not really the best first shot of the game here for him, but of course we'll see how things develop. So far though, you know, I was a little curious in pregame about how LCU would do. Of course the desk is all with Columbia Silver here, but it's LCU getting first blood.
Well, Samba trying to quickly play this one further through the corner. Gusky is going to have to retreat. He tried to get a piece of Royal, and now it's a race the other way. Process, tough angle, left it for Schmack, and well read by Gusky. Samba will clean up the mess, and Columbia gets away with one here, as they might have got caught a little too aggressive twice now, as Gusky's going to send one across. Great centering pass, but nobody there, as Process couldn't quite get that on target.
They're still on that aggressiveness like you talked about. I mean, we saw Schmack come in with that shot. Oh no, this is a disaster. Cosmic Flippy takes full advantage of it, and he's gonna be able to get his one back.
Yeah, you cannot bring this ball down through the center. It has to go out to the corner, and unfortunately, it's waiting right there for Cosmic Flippy to pounce, and we're all tied up.
I mean, Schmack, like I said, we saw that aggressiveness from him and even the rest of LCU at the start here. Things started to shift on that defensive transition. Schmack actually gets taken out here on the play as Gusky trying to carry this over everybody. Does get it center, not the best touch, and Samba will score it. Big assist play though from Gusky to start things off. Defense from LCU is just not really up to par right now.
Just get the ball near the net. Good things can happen. Twice that's happened for Gusky. He's got a pair of assists now. Just over 90 seconds gone by, and Columbia has kind of made things right with the universe. They're in front, looking for another that goes off the inside corner.
Starting to feel like things are a little bit out of sync here from LCU. Even after the great start, they tried to play that speed game, and now they're just getting dusted. This time it's Samba, though. Second goal, 2 for 3, as he makes it a 2-goal lead for Columbia Silver. Just faster there.
They had that one little defensive miscue where Cosmic Flippy gave the ball away and they conceded a goal, with Cosmic just kind of watching it sail over his head. And ever since then, it's felt like the whole field is slanted downhill towards the orange half. And unfortunately, Lubbock Christian kind of have their head spinning right now, trying to assess exactly what's gone wrong. Samba looking for a powerful clear. That's going to catch the ceiling. Gusky, Cosmic Flippy there too, and Process stands his ground.
I mean, on the side of LCU, it just feels like, at least for the first half of this game, trying to play things faster than Columbia Silver. If they can beat them to the ball, they feel like they can outpace them. Royal will pick up a goal here to bring things within 1, and you start to see why they do that. Again, great pass to get through the lane. Royal gets a free shot and banks it. Also, Gusky got a little bit bumped from that outwards rotation too. Things starting to build here. We'll see how things go. So far, 5 goals in the first half of game 1.
Lubbock Christian going to rely heavily on Royal, not just on the field, but mentally as well, as Schmacht will get this one just over the oncoming demo, and we're all tied up just like that.
It's starting to get a little strange here, okay? 6 goals, 3 apiece for each team, and this can only just continue to turn on its head as it develops. So far, both teams have shown signs of life, but also some very interesting mistakes. I mean, Columbia Silver, these times where they're getting scored on, they're just simply slower. That's what it comes down to. On the other side of the field, though, LCU, when they get scored on, it just feels like because they're out of sync, they don't know where to place the ball. This time, though, that speed almost paying dividends. Another one goes in. Royal will score. LCU take the lead.
Royal, right place, right time, after Schmacht nearly put it in himself. And Lubbock Christian back on top. Another lead change here in this opening game. A matchup that looks one-sided on paper has been anything but. Cosmic Flippy will try to lead the charge for Columbia yet again. Try to get the flip reset. Doesn't work out for him. Process has that go through him. Gusky try to bring it back down central, and he's just about done so, but Cosmic Flippy had to retreat.
I see Samba with some space, tries to get that flick over, not really the best flick, but still wants to hang around. He'll take some boost while the rest of his team battles for that control in the midfield, and then he comes in with a cut. Good recognition of space there to try to go for the solo, and gets a demo down, but need a little bit more than that if they want to take control of this ball. You can see LCU playing it close, winning those 50-50 challenges, and getting a lot of room upfield.
Process, almost got that airborne again, but now Samba looking for the outlet towards Gusky. That's intercepted, brought right back in. Flippy was ready for it. And now Royal shot easily sent away by Samba. Process got a half flip back. Wasn't the prettiest, and they could be in some trouble on the counterattack. Process will try to delay. A little communication error in the middle of the field, and it almost cost them a goal. It still might. It does. Royal adds another, make it a hat trick.
It just takes that miscommunication. You already know LCU's playing a fast game. They catch you lacking, and you get punished for it big time. They emptied the net, and then they scored the easy open. Now 1:05 left. Columbia Silver, who started to kind of set the tone early, let things slip through their grasp. Now they have to fight in this final minute to see if they can come through with game 1.
Less than a minute. As Columbia College got to be wondering what in the world is going wrong. Answer, everything. They're getting smacked around by Lubbock.
Okay, dude. I do like that goal, though, from Schmack. Nice drop down bouncer, throws everything off there. 3 goals again, this time back to back. What a run we're seeing from LCU. They started off striking. They're able to return fire, and not only that, they continued to launch the salvo at Columbia Silver. Now it just feels like it's their game. I mean, 38 seconds left, up by 3. Very comfortable positioning to be in.
A game that has featured a couple of different runs. A 3-goal streak from Columbia, answered by 5 unanswered out of Lubbock Christian. And a demo in the corner just kind of highlights how things have gone for Columbia. They have not been able to get anything going forward in the second half of this game. Cosmic Flippy can just sail one up in the air, try to get in Schmack's way. That didn't work out. And the final countdown now, the final few seconds, as Lubbock Christian looks to put a bow on this one. Process brings it down to the ground, and LCU take game 1.
And what a performance, especially out of Schmack here. I was making a joke about like performances in game 1. I was like, Schmack, I'm gonna need 800 out of you. He was pretty close, 721. My goodness. Shot 50%, 2 saves, and got an assist, sharing the ball around. Every goal was assisted on the side of LCU. You absolutely love to see. I mean, all goals were assisted here in this game, which is beautiful because it was a 9-goal game. But still not the start you want to see if you're the desk or if you're a fan of Columbia Silver, because even though we start to see a little bit of back and forth early on, LCU with a great breakaway, and they really put their foot down and set the tone. They're not going to be simple pushovers this series. Columbia Silver is going to have to work.
Lubbock Christian University 2-8 coming into this. Columbia Silver 7-4 coming into this series. I tell you all of that to also tell you those are just numbers. You play the games for a reason, and Lubbock has brought the fight to Columbia. And again, we were kind of talking about how heavily they're going to rely on a player like Royal, who, with Schmacht, had a hat trick in that game. He's the lone sophomore on a team with 2 other freshmen. And he has plenty of experience under his belt organizing a Rocket League team. He's actually put together his high school's Rocket League team. I know your pain, Royal. Well done for you, though, sir, as we continue on now into Game 2. Was it a fluke, or will Lubbock Christian continue to drop the hammer on top of Columbia?
Yeah, I really want to see the changes being made here, especially when you have players like Samba and Cosmic Flippy on the squad. They've been in positions like this plenty of times before, but a Game 2 is definitely a good time to swing things around. Or will it continue to be outpaced because Process is dunking it straight through and put a hand up, but it wasn't enough. What a goal!
Trust the process. What a dunk against the freshman Gusky. Welcome to CRL, young fella. 17 seconds in, Lubbock Christian strike first again. Oh, and they're going to give it right back. Somebody pull up a Johnny Boy kickoff tutorial, because watch what happens in the corner. Process, where does he turn? Upfield. Ball in your net. Tie game.
I need a counter for how as many times as you say that, because I swear every kickoff goal I'm getting.
That number doesn't exist at this point.
I mean, we're just used to seeing it. That being said, though, kickoff does go in favor of Columbia Silver. Now, we'll see if we can see some adjustments here. They're able to strike back and get that kickoff goal. But
Schmacht almost had the soul rate on him there. Out of the corner, double commit. This could be trouble if they don't get this on target. They do. And now here comes Columbia very quickly, and very lucky that that shot was wide.
Yeah, LCU has to watch out. I mean, they are applying a lot of pressure, and they are winning that speed contest. The problem is, though, they send so many resources forward that once that ball goes back to your side, I mean, you're kind of leaving that net exposed. Columbia Silver's a team that can take advantage of it. We'll see if Samba hits this double, gets denied and sent away from Schmacht, and Cosmic Flippy tries to fight to keep it back in. They're going to have to try to manage this pacing and try to see if they can keep up. 2 demos, 1 per team, but it's Process who will knock the ball away. Back pass comes out, and Samba will bring it in just before it gets demoed.
That's a great play by Schmacht, too. He realizes he's beat by a mile, so he doesn't try to just make a dumb dive. He goes right after the player instead. It works out as well as they do weather the storm, bring the ball right back into the offensive half, but Schmacht's got to run back, and this could be very dangerous from him. He got a piece of that off of Gusky, and Process and Royal. It's going to be Royal that takes charge. Process to bring it in. Got the demo in the air. Smack shot up to the backboard. Oh. It's free, and Royal couldn't put it away.
They're so lucky. Columbia Silver is. Royal has a free shot. He misses that mark, which could come back to haunt this team. Gusky, he didn't have boost. That's the only reason he couldn't put it on. He tried to flip to catch up to it. But Royal had to hit that shot. I mean, we already saw Samba falling off the back wall. Gusky had went for the corner. The net was as open as it was going to get. Halfway through this game now, tied up. It's anybody's ball game. LCU with some moments here, but not able to capitalize, and it's Columbia now. We're trying to set the pace.
Samba couldn't get to that in time. Even Gusky might have been trying to give it one more look. A game 1 that was 3-3 around this point. This one could just as easily be 3-all. Instead, only 1, as both teams have missed some opportunities, and somebody is going to be kicking themselves at the end of it. That drops right down into Samba's lap. Gusky waiting for a rebound, and Schmacht makes sure it isn't an easy one. Now Cosmic Flippy. Oh, that's a triple commit there. Little Bermuda triangle deep in the Lubbock Christian zone. And that one just centered again. Process called off Royal, it looked like, and he didn't quite have the play. And again, Lubbock Christian gets a little fortunate on the defensive end, but they are playing with fire against a very capable Columbia squad. The bump and the finish from Cosmic Flippy.
It was only a matter of time. You had even pointed it out yourself. Look at that bump. Toodaloo, says Samba. Opens up a lane. Cosmic Flippy able to push it through, just barely beating out Schmacht. 2-1 Columbia Silver. Not only has this been a much more lower scoring game, which I'd like to see, Columbia Silver has also kept up the pace and really been pressuring LCU.
A process diving after this one, but Schmacht is there. Now that sends Samba into retreat mode. Gusky there to challenge Royal. Blocked away by Samba, but it falls right to process. Cosmic Flippy running away from Schmacht in the net. It drops down, but nobody's there on the doorstep, and Columbia will get away with this. It's Gusky for Samba. Here come the Cougars off the back wall, and Schmacht has it well in hand.
Still a chance here for LCU to be able to bring this game back. I'm looking at the side of Columbia Silver, and when they're on that defensive end, it does seem a little panicky. They play much more better when they get the ball out, of course, but lack of composure on defense could mean a mistakes inbound. A minute remaining. Shot chance blocked away. Samba last back here. Cosmic Flippy trying to intercept, but still, you can see LCU looking for those infield passes, looking for a shot chance. Cosmic Flippy will take the block out, and he has to clear this away for the time being.
Team trying to be greater than the sum of their parts. They trade demolitions, though, and process. Initial save. Got to stop Flippy here as well. That kicks up and away for Royal. Process missed the midfield boost. This will drop down, though, and Royal couldn't get to it in time. That was a tough read to make in a split second. And now with 25 seconds, Schmacht again gives up the corner boost, and that means Royal's got to get to it instead. Cosmic Flippy does. That boost star could be fatal, but Process does have this away. Needs a second touch, doesn't have it. Royal stuffed by Cosmic Flippy. 10 seconds remain now to tie up game 2. Gusky right down Broadway. This series is going to be tied up.
LCU and the end of that play, trying to bring things together, but you can see Schmacht, he's diving for it. It's just so far out of reach. He's out of position. No one home. It's the best option, but it's only because they put themselves there in the first place. Now that mistake ends up hurting LCU. Columbia Silver are gonna let this clock run out. And Stacks, we do have a series on our hands. One more for the road though, but the result is the same. Columbia wins.
Columbia does level the series, but they let Lubbock get one at the end. They can feel a little better about themselves. I mean, listen, everybody has shot it. Everybody has scored for Lubbock Christian in this series. So while Columbia does tie up this series, there's still not a whole lot of confidence to be inspired by this Cougar squad. I mean, this game very easily could have had another 4 or 5 goals scored one way or the other. A lot of opportunities left on the table by both sides, but you see the big game from the freshman Gusky. He got his opportunities and then some and capitalized.
He did. I mean, well done there as well. On the other side, I mean, Schmacht, we had talked about him getting 721. He had 388 this past game. Of course, I understand it's not really easy to be able to drop that consistently, but it is still noticeable, especially in this series. I mean, a lot less goals going in game number 2, and even the offensive communication was a bit off. Of course, we saw the mistakes on defense, triple commits in the corner, not necessarily being there to match Columbia Silver's speed, and you have to give Columbia Silver credit because remember, we went into this game saying, okay, where's that adaptation going to be? You lost game 1, 3-6. Are we going to see a different change here? They picked up the speed. Not only that, but the rotations were solid as well. Not really giving too much ground for free to LCU and just constantly playing their game, keeping them trapped in and waiting for those opportunities. Sometimes even creating them like we saw in that bump play between Samba and Royal. Now LCU, they're going to have to make that adjustment here. It's anybody's series as we get game 3 started.
It's amazing to think with the careers that Cosmic Flippy and Samba have had. Cosmic, by the way, only a junior. Feels like he's been around for a while. Samba has one of the longest tenured players in CRL history. Schmacht will score here, 6 seconds in, and LCU has struck first in the first 30 seconds of each game.
And you can see it from Gusky. He jumps up. I'm thinking that Schmacht is going to go for an air dribble, maybe like a flip reach, that type of play. No. Once he sees Gusky in the air, he says, all right, time to pull the trigger. Outpaces him with the shot. Beautiful start.
The old guard getting rudely introduced to the freshman Process. Catches Columbia napping, and they've got a pair in the first 12 seconds.
Yeah, they're fighting for this side boost here against Schmacht, and no one is in the net. So, I mean, yeah, free shot chance there. LCU now with 2 back-to-back goals. This is going to be a great start for them in game 3.
Can't give a team like this that kind of advantage when they have played you pretty much level throughout the early stage of this series so far. It is Process with Schmacht waiting behind him. That drops down. It's very available for Schmacht, but instead Cosmic Flippy swipes it away. And a race to the midfield boost given up to Schmacht. Now Royal to pester Samba. And who's going to go here? Schmacht has to turn off at the last moment. Lubbock Christian may be getting a little too comfortable on the offensive end as this falls towards Schmacht. Process is there. And, well, the spacing isn't great, but they haven't been punished for it yet, and that goes harmlessly across the face of goal.
Ooh, good control there, but still blocked out. How do you stop a team that's already kind of set the pace here? That's Columbia Silver's question and answer. And they don't seem to show any signs of slowing down. A little bit of miscommunications here, but they have been able to make some distance upfield. I like what I'm seeing from the demo plays. Could be a chance to open something up. We'll see.
Oh, it's available for Samba, but he's going to need some help. He's not going to score from here. His Process in the way. Dished off to the side and stuck there by Schmacht. Good challenge on Gusky. There's now Process twirling through the air. Left it down again, and Gusky going to launch it for Cosmic Flippy. Columbia not wasting any time getting onto the offensive end. They're trying to get a quick hitter and get back into this game, but here goes Process, and the redirect is just wide.
That was so close. The problem is for Columbia Silver, they put themselves in that position, spending so many resources on that play from that pass to Cosmic Flippy just for him to do necessarily nothing. No one was set to follow up his touch, and then they also just all had to retreat back. You cannot do that when you're on the ball, especially down by 2. Making sure every drive counts and everyone's in sync is so important, as right now they are fending off LCU to try to see if they can bring themselves back within this game, but the first half has not gone the way of the blue side at all.
Oh, here goes Process again. Samba the only one back. They got a numbers advantage, but that goes off of Schmacht. Cosmic Flippy netward and in, and that's how the Cougars get on the board.
This one just seems like you have 3 players in the box, orange side. Cosmic Flippy is able to catch that because there's no one home, and Royal just has to watch it go in. Too many cooks in the kitchen, and it's a 1-goal game.
7 goals, 4 assists for Columbia College in this series. They have not done it with teamwork, as that one just a little too strong for Schmacht. Would have got that goal right back for the Chaparrals. And now it is Schmacht again, denied by Cosmic Flippy, but it's coming right back in. Process has support behind him, but not in the middle of the field. Royal was too far back, and this one won't yield any fruit either. Cosmic Flippy beats Process by a mile, but he gave it away to Schmacht, and again a numbers advantage, and that's a great touch by Gusky. Lubbock Christian have had 2-on-1, even 3-on-1 against Columbia College, but they have not converted ever since that first opening salvo. There's an opportunity that goes high and wide.
Yeah, you're starting to see it. I mean, you talk about the 2v1s and even sometimes 3v1s, but I feel like that's kind of part of the strategy here for Columbia Silver. Just knowing that they're getting LCU to send resources forward so they can get those strong clears out. Meanwhile, the people who aren't in the play are off ball, trying to still boost in the back end and mess up the rotation or get a bump. As you see, almost one came through there. Infield pass is coming through left and right. Gusky can't get around it though. Had a prime chance, but now they got to go but rush back to play some defense here.
Very ambitious play by Royal, racing to that midfield boost. He won the race, though, and now here goes Samba. Back the other way. Good challenge to get this back to the back wall. Down in front, and Process with a high clear. And more importantly, Royal bangs it all the way downfield. Samba in a tough position on the back wall. It's still dangerous. Royal can't put the finishing touches on it. Now Process trying to tuck it in, and instead it's caromed off to the side. And Columbia College hanging around here as Cosmic Flippy only can give it back to Process. Schmacht will take over. One more touch needed. It's not there. And now down to 40 seconds with Gusky feeding Samba downfield. Cougars looking for an equalizer. They'll be sent home empty-handed.
Yeah, they can't even cut off the rotation properly. Look at this. It's just wide open. Process, big time goal, and you see the breakdown. Gusky tries to cut off the play, but there's no communication between him and Cosmic Flippy, so now he has to race back. Sama's still trying to rotate out. It's just an open net for Process.
I know how that one goes. That's my high school team every now and then. I got it, I don't got it. 3-1. The advantage now for Lubbock Christian, trying to reach match point here on DFH. Still time, though, for Columbia to get back into this one. You know that they can strike quick. That's kind of been their MO for this series. They just haven't been able to set it up this game. Opportunity now, though, as that kicks out to Cosmic Flippy. Swatted away by Process. Empty net back the other way and in.
And just like that, we have our situation here. If the game wasn't confirmed, it is now. LCU match point. This one is just kind of, I mean, when you see the players on the blue side of the field, it just kind of wrecks your brain a little bit. How is this happening?
We're going to have 2 shots at closing out Columbia, getting their 3rd win on the season in 11 tries. This has to feel very sweet for a team that is surely looking ahead now. You know, this season has been what it is. They're down near the basement of the Western Conference. But you put together some strong performances coming down the stretch, and you build something to look forward to in the spring. Right now, they've got a lot to look forward to here. They've got 2 closeout opportunities against the Cougars, led by plays like this out of Schmacht. Early and often did LCU strike, and everybody has had a hand in the barrage of goals for the Chaparrals.
You definitely got to give shouts to Process. Process has been consistently near the top of the boards offensively, just always in the right place at the right time, whether it's to push the ball in net or feed the ball towards an assist. Process has had a very solid, consistent series. Now you see next map, Utopia Coliseum, and yep, head scratches, head on the chin, a lot of thinking on the side of Columbia Silver.
Well, the point I was going to make before being interrupted by 2 kickoff goals previous game, you've got guys who have had lengthy CRL careers. This is the B team from Columbia College. How the times have changed as, again, the CRL Western Conference Old Guard is getting a taste of CRL's future. The future seems pretty bright with both this Lubbock Christian squad and a player like Gusky, who has a goal to go with 3 assists so far in this series. Is Cosmic Flippy to bring this one out of the zone. Looking for Gusky. A little floater got over the defense. And Royal and Process both there. They're still very much out of sorts, and they're going to pay the price for it if this continues. Royal and Process again, same place, same ball at the same time. Recipe for disaster. So naturally, they get a shot on goal on the other side.
If you're the Columbia Silver, you're taking this one game at a time, one play at a time. They have to recognize that at least in game 3, they were their own worst enemy. Everybody here has the skill and the game knowledge to know where to be. But I think you can see it, people just sometimes thinking that, you know, you just need a little bit more faith in their teammates here. We're starting to see that plenty on the side of LCU. I mean, they're so ready to get into that opposing box and just to apply a shot pressure. Even Schmack there, I knew that there was no way he was getting that ball, but he still decides to go for it on that off chance that there's a whiff on the play. I mean, you gotta love that level of aggression because they're even able to just bring it back on defense, turn it all the way back around in offense again.
Oh, that shot on target, and Samba had to be quick to it, where a lot of players might not have been. Schmack will bring it all the way back, and he gives up the corner boost. Nobody, Royal ends up taking it, so now Schmack with Process to his left. Process there, no! Denied by Samba. Follow-up is deflected away as well.
Oh, man, low boost. Samba has 0. He's last here in the net, trying to see if he can sneak a 12 pad, but now he's getting bumped on the play. Able to still remain in this one. Oh. They get a free ball, but again, you only got 12. You got to let the ball come to you. Schmack there to knock it out. Still so much pressure from Columbia Silver. They finally get room to breathe. This Cosmic Flipping to the top left. What a double as they get out of that terrible pressure.
Hemmed in their own zone. You thought maybe Samba finally creeping out, grabbing that midfield boost would matter. Nah. Cosmic Flippy, double tap, and Columbia in front in a game they must win.
Or just to start. I mean, what a defensive performance from Columbia Silver. Great ability to turn it around in some offense, and for Cosmic Flippy, he has not gotten that look too often this series. For him, I mean, that might have been his first look at a double this series, and my goodness, did he nail it.
Samba, dunked by Royal, but not on target. Now here goes Schmacht. Got around 2. Only 1 to beat. Can he get it central? No. And Royal coming in. Had to choose between boost and ball. He took the ball. And now it's Process. Looking to get a centering pass out towards Royal. Process still in the area. Schmacht was flying in from midfield. That catches LCU well out of position, but they get away with it, and here goes Royal. Process to his left, Schmacht underneath, and again, Schmacht and Royal not on the same page, and that has been their Achilles heel.
Well, for that play, I want to say I think they were on the same page. It's just you can't predict someone challenging there. That being said, it doesn't make the play that much safer either, because you mentioned it, Stacks. This is the 3rd time he's done that this game. Neither time, there's been no time where it's been successful, but they're still trying to see if they can get a breakout play. He still has faith, and I guess his teammates do as well, because they've been able to cover for him every single time.
Does feel like Schmacht kind of wants to play at a faster pace than maybe the rest of the team, but it's worked out to an extent. They are up in this series. They're a goal away from tying this game. As Schmacht diving into the corner. Brought back in by Royal. Somebody's got to get out of this play, and neither does. So now Cosmic Flippy with only Process to beat. That's a great stall there. And this is trouble as Gusky and Samba not on the same page. They couldn't figure out who should go for the ball, and Lubbock Christian could be able to capitalize. Good challenge by Process in the air. It's Schmacht over towards Royal, but way too strong for him.
Yeah, I mean, the reaction there was just a little late. Royal, not the best touch there. They had so much space, and he just plays it right into Gusky. Now they have to retreat back, and you can see Columbia Silver, they want to push up so badly, but of course having to make sure that rotation's solid, because if they get caught out, it's a tied-up ball game. Simple as that, the way this series has gone.
Cosmic Flippy, oh, he didn't read that was going off the ceiling, or he just had a bad read. Either way, it at least did force Lubbock to back off just a little bit. That demo on Schmacht leaves Royal all alone. He plays it over the respawning Schmacht. And now Schmacht has Royal to his right, but he led him a little too far. What can he make out of this play? Got the ball central, but Gusky's all over it with 18 to go. And a great challenge to go right through Schmacht. The demo on Royal certainly doesn't help LCU, but Process is downfield. Missed on the redirect, and Samba clears away. Desperation time now for LCU to try and tie this game and have a shot still at closing it out, but they got to go the length of the field. Gusky in the way. Schmacht is there. Numbers advantage, and Samba finishes the job, you would think.
Wait.
Royal down in front, nobody there, and they just let it die.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh man, I feel like Schmacht gonna continue to play that close. I get like trying to play it as okay, maybe Royal gets this past everybody. It's a tough call. It is a tough call. But also I didn't like the flick that he had either. I felt like, he brings that into the air, probably controls it more. Could have worked out a little bit better there. Not the best game from him. And now game 5 bound. As Columbia Silver, they did their job. Everybody played their assignment. Yep. You can tell that was an assignment game. Cosmic Flip is the only one who had shots. Samba had 5 saves. That was
that one shot was a beauty, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a must-score opportunity. I mean, even in this last play, I love that from Samba, right? Fake challenge in the back end. So good defensively. Now it's time to see who's got the ice. Champions Field's loading up.
Champions Field for Game 5. Columbia trying to claw it all the way back as Cosmic Flippy has... we've kind of talked in the green room about Lion Blaze having a Lion Blaze game. Well, that is vintage Cosmic Flippy bringing his team back here. Doesn't matter if it's the varsity or the JV for Columbia College. Gets the job done. Now on to Game 5, and can Lubbock Christian, with all their assorted scoring and playmaking, find an answer one more time?
All right, here we go. I mean, the start in a Game 5 situation, the start can almost control the pace. And Process is looking to do it. First 10 seconds, goal for LCU.
They've done it again. This is unbelievable. The only game where they haven't scored early is when they didn't score at all. Last game. 10 seconds this time. You wonder, with a team this successful on kickoffs, how are they this far down the standings? This Process going around Samba. Now smacked through Cosmic Flippy. One more touch needed to center, and Gusky clears away.
It just feels like LCU have been locked in from the start of here. Columbia Silver has definitely shown, you know, the signs of the team that they are here, especially in the standings. Trying to continue to bring that energy, but LCU dictating the pace. It's rare for them to give up a lead when they're in front, but it's still a one-goal game, and we still got plenty of time to go, so buckle up.
Some series still left for both these squads as well. They are by no means secure in their spot in the standings, as Gusky looking to line up 2 touches, doesn't have it. And now smacked with a huge dunk. Cosmic Flippy's got the rim. Oh, he doesn't! How does he miss that? Of all touches!
I don't know. I'm just as surprised as you are. I mean, to be fair, it is kind of a tough save, but he has to know. He has to hit that one.
That's it. I know, Daz. That's a tough save for me. That is not a tough save for CRL veteran Cosmic Flippy. That is one where you might have your head in your hands for a moment, but now they've got to regroup with 3:40 to go and a huge task ahead of him. Samba can't get that central for Cosmic Flippy. Oh, a dunk. Is it on? No, it's wide, but the second touch is there, and Schmack does it again.
Oh, the frustration starting to set in here for real on Columbia Silver. I mean, what a read there from Schmack. Last game was not the best. This game, it feels like he has just a read on everything LCU's been doing. 100% shooting on the orange side. Royal has 16 points. That's as much effort as he's needed to put in here in this 3-goal difference early on.
I think he still has more points than Columbia has touches so far in this game. Here goes Gusky down to Samba to get him on the board, and the Cougars are not going away quietly.
Much needed goal here. Great, beautiful drop down from Gusky. Beautiful, perfectly placed. Samba has so many options with the shot. Gets it right under the defense.
3:13 is going to be an eternity for Lubbock Christian. Especially for Schmack, because, I mean, the way he moves around, you think that time moves twice as fast for him. Here goes Gusky to the back wall, put the shot on, and now back the other way. It's going to go wayward, and Cosmic Flippy should be able to corral this, and he does.
That's a good touch, too, as well. Able to pull out a couple. This is a prime position for Columbia Silver. See if they can come up with another one. As Samba went for that demo. Chance here. Cosmic Flippy will get a piece of Schmack. Schmack being able to bring the ball out, and now we got to pay attention to a lot of these drives. 2-goal difference. Columbia Silver need the perfect drives. It's been tough for them to really get high on the scoring. They haven't gotten past 3 goals. They're going to need to do so if they want to win this series.
Well, efficiency becomes a huge deal as well, because while there is a lot of time, your quality opportunities are going to be few and far between.
Yep.
Lubbock almost might have, well, put this game away had they scored there. Cosmic Flippy in a real awkward spot. So is Gusky. He's got to recover, and he does. The freshman bails out Columbia. Here they come. Cosmic Flippy looking to set up Samba. Well denied by Royal and friends and cleared away. Double commit, though, between Royal and Process.
Chance.
They've got to scramble back to net, and that goes over the head of Gusky.
They want to play so bad. You can see the pre-jump there involved. No, Cosmic Flippy, they're trying to play faster than their brains are working at this point. Ends up losing that ball completely. Now they got to play defense here, and who knows? It all depends on LCU at this point. If they continue to rotate in this wider stance and also just 50 every single ball, you said few and far between our chances to score. Oh, it gets so much tougher.
Oh, almost between slim and none at this point.
Yeah.
As Gusky up and just beaten by Schmack. Cosmic Flippy's got to get this. Royal picks his pocket. Schmack races the corner boost. Samba got there, but he's getting bullied away from the ball. That lets Process come in, and if Schmack turns on it, he's got a chance, but Gusky there off the respawn, I believe. And now Royal lob it up.
Wow.
Schmack realizes he doesn't have it, and it's not going downfield yet for Columbia. Now they finally move forward, but it's too little too late. Down inside the final minute. They've got to move a lot faster with the few opportunities they'll be afforded in this last minute.
And they had such a good opportunity. It was basically a 3v1. They tried to go for the pass into the shot, but good vision from Roy to be able to cut that out. 3 seconds to go, and we're almost entering miracle territory here. Samba tries to play it out. Sent to Gusky. Gusky looking for the bump on process. He dodges that. 30 seconds. Cosby Flippy is going left or right on the field. Doesn't know where to be. Now he's at a boost. Gonna try to steal this corner. They're sending the whole house on this play. Samba's into the air. Can he get it through? Denied. Follow-up shot rolls in, and it's a 1-goal game.
I love the setup there from Samba. The effort with the fake, and Schmack didn't bite on it one bit. But Gusky right there. 17 seconds in that last little dodge just to try and avoid another second coming off the clock. It could be vital as Royal lobs it downfield. Samba got that corner boost, not Gusky. And Schmack now up to the backboard, and Columbia's got to go the length of the field while the ball's still behind them. Gusky just through the corner, nudged off the ball. Samba can't get it in the air, and Lubbock Christian takes down Columbia.
Well done, Lubbock Christian University. To be able to have that performance, I mean, you see the stats there. Royal went from 16 to 84 pretty quick. But I think they end up pulling through, not giving up that many goals from Columbia Silver. I mean, once they really got the ball rolling, it felt like Columbia Silver were playing catch up. And that pace continued throughout most of this series. There were, of course, you have that game 4 1-goal game here specifically, but Lubbock Christian quickly set the pace of how this series was going to go. There was a minimum speed requirement, and Columbia Silver needed to hit that, and you could see where they struggled, so to speak. But for LCU, this is such a big win for them. I know they're definitely congratulating or feeling themselves after that one.
Yeah, this is a feather in their cap for sure. Just their 3rd win on the season, but again, all that momentum builds. And while we say, 3-8, the teams above them just on the outside of the top 6 are sitting there on 4 wins, 5 wins. So while again, it's a monumental task and you need a lot to fall in your favor if they're not already mathematically eliminated, and they're pretty close. Again, you build for the future. You end up putting together a few wins here. You go into something in the offseason with Nace or wherever, and you perform there. You come back in the spring, and you start with a clean slate. The Missouri portion of our show continues, though, right after this, as Missouri S&T takes on Mizzou. They're both 4-5. Something's got to give right after this.